Hello everyone, welcome on back to Pallegney. Alright, so I think first things first, really we need to get more milk and stuff brought over to the dairy. It is ran out already. Surprising, right? That's jokes, of course, because it's quite fast of a production. So it's going through what we bring to it within an hour or two. Surprisingly, though, we did get, 3 pallets of cheese. The most surprising part, though, is we got 1 pallet of buffalo mozzarella. I was kind of surprised, I'll be honest. That is actually an alright price. I did put that on the trailer to get sold later. Won't be sold right away, but it will be sold later. Right now, it looks like the price is actually going up at, was it Kokai Express? It's best at the train, which there was an update. This is after 1.7 now, so it should work. As far as I know, there's no flatbed on the train in here, so we really can't sell those products. I'm sure we could probably load them up onto like one of the log trailers, but I wouldn't say that's the most realistic thing ever. Every time. I just barely hit that wall. I was going to check, because I have been logged in for a while. I just want to see if it's fixed from what my issue was. The answer is no. My biggest issue with the train for the longest time is if it sat for a while, it would just become super far away. So I'll have to check if it's, trying a new save too. See if that fixes it. But yeah, that's a no-go. We'll see. I'll try a new save and stuff, so maybe it's just a save thing. I'll try it on a different map too. You never know, so I'll try it on those. Benefit of the doubt. The Giants on that. But yeah, that's hopefully it's not a sign. Alright, there we go. Of course, I'll double check, make sure I am on the recent patch and stuff. I'll try in a separate save, and it was supposed to be fixed though, so I know I put a bug report in for it, so, and I got a comment back saying it was going to be fixed in here. It was even in the patch notes. So I'll double check, obviously, make sure it's not just on this save, it's in all of the saves that I have. Even make a new one just in case. Yeah, I noticed that right when I logged in. I was like, it looks like it's going farther away than it should be, but I was like, well, I'll finish up what I need to do around, and then I'll kind of verify that it's actually an issue. Yeah, it still seems to be a little bit bugged. Yeah, like I said though, I'm gonna verify again in a new save. Make sure it isn't just a save thing. We'll see. We'll see. My hope is a little bit down though. I was looking forward to this patch for a while, just so we'd have the ability to use the train, but I'll let everyone know in the next video probably in here too. So I'll probably test it right after this. Of course, let me know if you're also having that issue. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's literally just me. But I guess it's a we'll see on it. Next month it looks like we'll have oats to actually do a harvest in. That field down there looks like it should be ready next month, which is good because we are out of products and stuff in the flour mill to kind of actually keep that going, to keep the bread going. Which I kind of brought up earlier, we'd likely be kind of stopping that production here after that field. Because here shortly we'll probably be considering, obviously, putting a lot more time and effort into like chickens. So a lot of our sorghum and stuff will go towards that versus the flour mill production. I kind of want to change this direction. Although that is kind of a good direction, to be honest. It's not great over here, but once you get to this section, the nice long strips, yeah, it might be the best. Actually, it might be the best. What do you do? Well, I think I'll probably start up a time lapse. We can get this done real quick like. Then I'll probably double check prices on bottled milk as well as the buffalo mozzarella. And maybe we'll sell it. Kind of depends on the price. So, anyways, I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Millions of people live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost, I found...
Alright, so we're just about done here. It's a larger field and it still doesn't take very long to get weeded. It's not really surprising. This goes very, very quickly. It's almost surprising how fast, how quick it goes, really. I mean, but the speed of it kind of helps a bunch. Because you would think, oh, hey, it's not as wide as like a sprayer, but it's double the speed. So it kind of makes up for it somewhat there. Part of the reason where it's almost... If you can get into a field early enough, it's almost tempting to try to mainly just do using a hoe, because obviously you don't have the downgrade for yield from herbicide. I'll bring this over here. I was hoping to get the grass field mode, but I kind of need the Veltra to do planting, and well, that's kind of the only tractor that can mow. Let's take a gander here. Bottled milk. Looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Still going up, but it's almost where Castle Nod is. Let's see, buffalo mozzarella. I don't foresee that going up a ton more. I think we'll probably just sell those. What month is it? September, okay. Eventually we'll have canola oil to sell. Bread to sell this winter time. Canola oil. Eggs to sell this winter. Cheeses soon. I'm gonna double check cheese in here, but yeah, it looks like it's really soon. Yeah, looks like next month we'll be selling cheese. Alright, so Coca Express is by the bakery. Because, yeah, like I said, as far as I know, the train does not have a flatbed, plus it's still not quite working for me. Kind of unfortunate, it really is. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna double check some things. Make sure it's not just the save. If it's still busted in those, then I'll have to put another bug report in, I guess. It's unfortunate, but that's just how things are. We could honestly consider buying the chickens this month if we wanted. I think it's just Kokai. Yeah, the other one is the bakery. I remember, I think, selling flour or something by accident when I meant to bring it to the bakery. $66,000. So yeah, that is definitely enough to buy a very, very large chicken pen. Probably the one I was mentioning last time, where it's like, I want to say 50,000 bucks, like 700 chickens. It might be tough to keep up. That is probably my main concern. If it does come to that, we can sell some off if needed and try to, do it that way. Because we have some sorghum fields coming, but will it be enough? Hard to say. It really is hard to say because we don't really know how much food they're going to go through until they're going through it. Alright, so we'll get that built. I know last month I did some, is it gravel or asphalt? I don't know what it is. I know I did some work around it and I didn't charge myself, so I'll have to charge myself this month. The chickens, yeah. Oh, 40,000 bucks. Where does it spawn at? It might spawn inside the building. Okay, the food is there. I think I'll probably put it right in here. I kind of want to push it farther this way and then could potentially fit something else in there. I don't know what we'd want to fit in there, though. Maybe a production, like a smaller mill or something. That would be a possibility. I don't know if we really would consider doing that. I don't know. I'm kind of looking through just like, all right, what's the options of potential things we could put in there? I think we're going to put the chickens in here, though. Try to get it just on the edge. Put it right there. And we'll have to put some gravel, is it? I don't remember what we put. Was it asphalt? There we go. That's what we put. That's what we put. So we'll just clean that up. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I'd say. Let's do another line just around this edge as well. At some point, we'll figure something out to put there. Honestly, this direction will likely allow us, if we want to put this here, we could. It would give us the room. Yeah, I think one of these sides that chickens spawn on, I think. Maybe not this side. I seem to remember them spawning, based off of pictures, inside of one of these doors. Oh. Oh, I wasn't close enough. Oh, yeah, here we go. We can put 22,000 liters in there, so basically all of what we have will fit in here. Alright, so I don't think we're going to fill it yet. Rule of mine, I've always put one rooster in. I just do. For reproduction reasons, if we're going to be realistic, you're going to need it. So, can I, if we go this way, I don't know if I want 250. Go 185. And we'll buy a couple of these. Not a ton, though. Obviously, the goal is for these to kind of be made. So this will allow us to get more of a jump start, if you will. I mean, 200 and some is still a lot. Until we actually are sitting here like, all right, we really need to figure out something for chickens food-wise. It should allow us to get a good stockpile going. I don't think we'll have too many problems, but still. We have 10,000. Oh, okay. There's 10,000 liters. What? We'll put the wheat in there for now. 10,000 liters will last a while, so. We could put this in here and it should last a couple of months, I would imagine. Yeah, we have that done. The chickens are here, though. The chickens are here. Finally, they are here. Well, we've had chickens for a while. A larger chicken pen is here. That should be the way to put it. So I'm going to park that there for now, and then I think we'll hop over here, where I have the Veltra waiting. Yeah, next month we have the oats, which I think for the oats, I don't think I'm going to bale it. But when we do it, I think we'll be able to have the Veltra do mowing, which will be nice. We can actually finally do some mowing. How's that for the slurry? Does not show slurry in here. Unless I'm really not seeing it, I do not see the slurry in here. That's a little concerning. Let's see, we have 57,000 liters. We should maybe be able to see the capacity of it. 100,000 liters is the capacity. We just gotta keep an eye on that because their productivity does drop some when you're obviously when they stockpile on slurry, so we'd have to either sell it or something. Which more than likely it would be just sold. I don't think we have a ton of a use for it on the farm, really. Yep, of course we're doing soybeans in here. Be a good crop to sell, you know, middle of next year. It'd be nice to have that little of a bit of a jump in the middle of the year. It'd be nice. Although, of course, we have other goods now, which some of it might be sold in the middle of the year. I am not 100% sure. Like cheese, cheese is October. That'll be a mighty big field to do. And I am heavily considering looking to get a larger header when we do it. How is our large is the one we have? 6.2. So I am considering seeing if we could go up to maybe this one. I think we could use it. But it would be pretty. It's not a small header, obviously. Is it maybe on the big side for these fields? Maybe. Then we'd have to get a header trailer, though. Or maybe I go with the size below. Then we'd get the header, then we have the ability to maybe buy a new combine. And not have to buy a header or anything with it. Well, I think I'll probably just start up a time lapse, honestly. We can see how far we get in this field. Shouldn't take too terribly long to get this all done. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
I found you when the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade. Will you be there? Will you be there when the sky starts to rain? Will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there by Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go. Keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd. Minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the soybean field. Our last field to plant for a little bit. Well, we won't plant one next month, but the month after we'll be planting one. So I highly doubt we'll get into that field early enough to plant it. I think the harvest will probably take quite a while is my guess. I'm planning on probably getting a bigger header for it, but still it's not like it's that large of an upgrade in the end. I haven't decided which one yet, though. That's probably the only thing. Consider making a road on this side, but there's trees in the way. So it might be nice if I'm gonna drive with this wider Huffsy equipment. It'd be nice if I could drive right in here and not damage too much crop. Because it does not fit through this. It's a little bit too wide. We could use the little adapter, of course, but when I'm on the farm, I try not to. But I mean, if we got it, we gotta. We gotta. So yeah, we'd have to sell the header trailer and the header. How much are those worth? I keep looking at the wrong thing. All right, 26 grand, and then the header trailer should be a Nardi, I believe. Almost 5 grand. Honestly, it's probably enough to buy. Yeah, it's enough to buy basically the best header in here. That's interesting, you know? Yeah, it'll take these a little while to kind of get up to a good point, but I'm going to get this moved out of the way. I'm going to gravel this whole piece in here. I don't think it looks good with how it is. Then I'm going to get some money charged. So obviously right now we have yet to actually charge ourselves. I recognize I have it free, and I have it free for, well, I feel like a good reason, but making sure we don't spend too much money on these things. Because I recognize I am not the greatest with landscaping. Mainly like softening and stuff like that. That's what the main reason is. Because I can... Oh yeah, I always forget which button it is to move the camera angle. They changed it. I always forget. There we... Well, it's not quite wanting to get... Oh, there... Okay. I guess that works. That's a little bit of something. Yeah, at least for now, I think this will be kind of how it is. There's a bit of a flattening right in there. Like I said, though, at some point, I'm going to try to get something in here. I just don't know what it is. That's... I mean, obviously, we could get something like this very easily in here. It would very easily fit in here. But it's just... doesn't make sense. I did say shed, obviously, that would... Yeah, that would fit right in here. Well, actually, we got... The eggs are in there, so we'd have to give enough room to... back in there, which then there's not enough room here. Unless I have a smaller shed. I don't think we need a silo. We don't don't need free water. Ooh, can we buy seeds in here too? Or is this just like a... You might be able to buy them. I don't know, I might have to look at that. Buying station. Oh, we could put, it's a mod. Yeah. Put one of these here. That would actually be quite nice. It's pretty small, obviously, but that would be nice. We get a diesel tank maybe in there. I'm sure we could come up with something. We don't need a workstation. We don't need a house. Honestly, we could even put a greenhouse in there if we wanted. There's some newer ones that just recently came out. I saw on ModHub. I don't know. It's something to kind of think about. I mean, we could always even put obviously this here and then just have it auto sell. I mean, make a little bit of extra money on the side, kind of. It's a thought. It's a thought. We could probably put a multi-buying station there so we can buy the seeds and the fertilizer super easily. We don't need to obviously worry about going to grab bags all the time and stuff. Be a little bit more convenient. Yeah, and obviously like a diesel tank would be nice to have that on the farm. Especially because like I don't want to drive the combine every time I need it up to, I think it's up by the store is where the closest diesel place is. So. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.